What's good? Last night I went to locals for the first time in a while, and I took Majespecter, as you can see, and it was pretty damn good, to be honest. I 2-0'd everything, and I only had to side deck once, and it's because I knew I was being made to go second. I'll get into that in a moment, though. I feel like this lineup is pretty standard. 3 raccoon, 3 crow, 3 porcupine, 1 fox, 1 toad, and then 2 wind, 1 cyclone, 1 tornado, 1 tempest. Okay, so probably unpopular opinion. I think you only need 1 wind, and I'll probably cut 1 for a Necro Valley. Crazy to me that I don't own one in all the stuff that I have. But otherwise, this performed very well. These two were your starters. They both get you into Porcupine, and especially if you open Yada and search the wind and then tribute it, you get Bambuku into this. It's really good. This engine is great. I will not play the cat. The cat is too slow. It's just terrible, dude. Don't play the cat. Majesty Pegasus, the one that counts as a Majespecter that searches field spells. 2 sucks. Multiples of this sucks, so it'll probably go down to 1. This was okay. I Pendulum Summoned it one time. It's the Draco Slayer that counts as the Dino Mist. I Pendulum Summoned it one time, and it helped me get over, I think, an SP, but I'm not entirely sure. It helped me get over an SP, and then if it wasn't SP, it was still a 16 beater. Never wanted to see this. It is a 5 scale, and that's fine, but I never wanted to see this, so these two will probably come out, and 1 copy of this will probably come out because it's so accessible, especially through Small World, which I played 3 of. Phenomenal card. I tested Prosperity, and while you do have this little like gimmick where if you have a face-up extra deck and you have multiples, you can banish those instead of your extra deck cards. That's cute, but this deck has a hard time putting lethal on the board, and it just wasn't cutting it, so I put Small World in its place and tried that, like, on a whim. Awesome. Awesome. I actually built this, like, 15 minutes before going to locals, and for it to go undefeated 2-0 every round was crazy. I'll get to that in a moment. Secret Village, you grab it off of Majesty Pegasus. Pretty good. 2 Fenrir rather is perfect. With 3, I would special 1, add 1, and then I would like draw the 3rd one, and 2 did not clog. That is a perfect ratio, which goes to show you that leaving it at 3 is okay, and then semi-limiting it is not going to do anything. You're going to have to limit that card or fucking banish it. Ban it. People complaining about that card, it's fine. Archfiend Eccentric is cool. It's a Small World bridge. It is a 3 and a light. So if you're depending on how you're bridging, you can get into Bunbuku because you reveal the Archfiend, you reveal the Veiler, and because this is a light, that's a light, and then this is a spellcaster and that's a spellcaster, you have a starter. Really, you can do that with any of them because they're all spellcasters. Same thing with Ghost Mourner. It's a bridge. It turns all of your hand traps except Nib into whatever it is that you need. It's fantastic. And another thing about Archfiend Eccentric is it tributes itself when you exile force. And that triggers the 4. My card is, if you go Archfiend, if you Pendulum or normal it, whatever, you can tribute it to blow up a monster, and then you can detach a material. You can do this twice. You can detach a material and then get whatever you need. So it was really cool. Then standard hand trap ratios, 3 of each: Nib, Ash, Veiler, and Imperm. I really liked it. The main deck overall, it performed really, really well. But other than the changes I said I would make, I really liked it. So I'd cut one of these down for a Necro Valley. I would cut all 3 of these and play 1. More and Eccentric could come out, and I probably wouldn't miss them. But they're cool. Extra deck. This is really cool because it summons from deck, and then you get a search at the end phase. It's the cat, but it's way better. And it's a Draco Slayer, so even if you're locked with the monkey over here, you can still do whatever you want. Chidori, I played it a couple of times. It's alright, but it'll probably come out for something else. Maybe a Dweller, because I feel like that plus Secret Village is pretty GG for most of the meta right now. It's alright. You need these, they're twice per turn, they're broken, and this card gives me hope that they're going to bring back Kieran, which I would really like to. I never got to play this deck at full power, so playing this would be really cool. Don't feel like I have to explain Typhon, but I summoned this once yesterday because I really didn't need it otherwise. But I was playing against Thomas, the Hooded Duelist, on YouTube in round 4, and he put up this Apo. We were in this, like, really it was a grind game. It was a top deck war, and I dropped that and I attacked over his Apo, and then I was able to go off. It came in so handy. Zeus, I never made it, but there have been a few times where I've been dueling where this had no material or this had no material, but I could still attack with them. This too, I guess, it came up once. And then I could just Zeus under it. Zeus is Zeus. Don't have to explain IP. This card is cool. I wish it didn't lock you into Draco Slayers and Majespecters. But if it didn't, it would be absurd, right? It loads up your extra deck and then gives you your scales back. So I understand the restriction, and it's not that bad to play around. You board into 1 or 2 of this thing, and you leave these on the board. So what you really end up doing is you have all these responses. You probably have hand traps because we play an absurd amount right now. And then you have Village. So they are just... You're playing stun, essentially, and control a little bit. You've got the floodgate. They can't spell you. And then you've got answers for everything else. Little Knight is Little Knight. Unicorn is Unicorn. Exceed the Pendulum is really cool. The link to Pendulum, Beyond the Pendulum, I think, confuses the shit out of me, so I didn't play it. I put the Phoenix in there over it. Unicorn is Unicorn, Access is Access, and then there's an OTK with Zealantis. Yesterday, I a few times, when I did Orthos turn 1, or my turn 1, and then broke boards, and pass, and then they would pass back on my clapback, I would usually just end up co-linking Unicorn and Phoenix and getting double draws, and then they can't kill the shit by battle, which is fucking cool because usually it was in the main monster zones when I did that. And then I was doing that one time juggling an SP, so they can't kill it by battle because of Phoenix. It was absurd. It was just absurd. And then we'll get into the side deck here. I did not get made to go first at all. I didn't win any die rolls at all. So the back 9 of this, all the traps, I didn't get the side into any of it. However, 3 judgment, 3 strike, 3 summon limit. If they make you go first, you can cut these 2 and this, and then this thing, and then a wind if you wanted to, and then you can fit in whatever it is that you needed. You have a lot of options to cut here. Mourner could come out. The fins can come out. It's just really powerful. Cosmic Cyclones were MVP all day. Harpy's Feather Duster, never sided it in. I didn't think twice about it. I'll probably take it out. The Bestials, I sided them in once against Thomas. He was playing Fire King Snake Eye. And they do all the IP Link Karibo stuff, and I wanted those in there for that niche interaction because it would give me a body, because like I said, this deck has problems boarding lethal. They would give me bodies, and obviously Mutt grabs the worm, Druis Worm, and that's cool, but I could probably turn the 3 of those into DD Crows and then prevent a board being made and then have lethal that way. But I don't know. That's something I'd have to test. I would definitely make the changes that I talked about, but otherwise, I really, really like this build. And like I said, for me to have legit put this together 15 minutes before I even got ready to go, what I literally did was I built it, and then I brushed my teeth and mouthwashed, and then I left. That was it. The whole thing probably took 20 minutes tops, and then about 10 minutes to get there. And then I went there and did pretty well, and I don't mean to sound braggadocious or anything like that, but I'm actually really proud of it. I had played against the milkman on here. His name is John. I'll just leave it at that. His name is John, and he hosed me with his Manadium. I think it was Manadium. And it made me discouraged about this, but my wife was like, what are you playing today? And I was just like, either Horus or Majespecters. And she said, play Majespecters. Those are the cute ones, right? And I said, yeah, but if I had my fucking way about it, I would change all of their arts because their artworks is cringy. Kind of like Trap Tricks. Trap Tricks is... Mm-mm. And there are other ones like that for sure. But if the art was different, that would be great because I love the way that they play. I like the way Trap Tricks plays too, but I'm not a predator. Which I touched on in a previous video. It's the one with Weevil in it on the thumbnail. But anyway, I really liked this, and I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. We are doing a giveaway at 100. Another one, I've got one in progress now for 75. So if you want that, go comment on that video, and I will add you to the list. But anyway, I appreciate you watching. Have you a good one.